Hello, this is Superboo3. Today we're going to be continuing my playthrough of Counterspy. I do apologise, I have accidentally left out day 3 because I was fiddling with my microphone settings and it was so loud it would have ended up hurting your ears. Annoyingly, we seem to have missed out a couple of trophies which I earned in the last mission. The ones I managed to get were for beating a rival's score and then finding his body in the next level. I also got the 10 stealth kills trophy, which is shockingly easy. It will get a lot easier as the game progresses because there's a lot more enemies. I'm gonna, hopefully I should be a little bit better this time because you've seen how I was previously, and I personally think in the last day I learnt quite a few little tricks. So I'm going to try and play a bit faster and show you just how well effectively you can go through these missions. This certainly isn't a difficult game. I think the main issues you might come across are that is panic that gets associated with getting spotted. If you try and be calm and take out the enemies in an orderly fashion though, you should be able to easily eliminate any threats without too much of an issue. The loading times in this game are atrocious. If you've got access to the PS4 version, I'm sure that loads a lot quicker. From what I've heard, the PS Vita version runs atrociously in terms of the lagginess when certain things are going on. I mean, I haven't tested it out myself, so feel free to try that out and let me know. I would have mentioned earlier that the trophy lists for the PS3 and PS Vita version are shared anyway, so just pick whichever console you'd rather play on for that, and then the PS4 one's separate as well. There is cross save, so some trophies you'll be able to get more easily. Others you might have to actually replay sections of the game. I think the tutorial being the first one that comes to mind, because when I boot up the game now I don't think I have the option to do that. I might be mistaken, but that's something to consider. I don't think that there's any reason to draw attention from any of these guards. This one guy here looks like a bit of a problem, but if I shoot him, everyone else is gonna.
You there? Who's there?
Okay, yeah.
Huh? Who's there? Wow. Fire.
I'm just gonna go loud.
Come out.
I think it's certainly more sensible to use your louder gun. Oh, these red guys seem to have rocket launchers.
Fire in the hole.
Yeah, I think I just got a trophy for shooting his missile out of the air. Okay, so I didn't do that with too much skill. There is nothing wrong with dying because DEFCON level rises, but you've then got to use the officers, hold them up at gunpoint, and they will lower the DEFCON level. Well, they'll make the number go up, but that means the DEFCON level has lowered. Wait a minute, could I open those lockers? I can't be bothered to go back down. I'm going to assume no. You might see a score. You can see a score under my name in the top right. If I beat that score, I'll get access to an opportunity to collect more money in my next mission. The game seems to have got considerably harder this time with how many guards are around. So I'm going to wait till this guard is in a place where I can shoot him. Everyone's going to be looking for me.
You there? Huh? Team up.
Shoot the guy who's using the radio immediately.
Yes, sir. Show yourself.
That guy's got a grenade launcher. Don't know if you can see him. But he's definitely one of the priorities.
Show yourself, spy.
I'm not exactly doing well here. But it's not too difficult to survive even when you've got everyone trying to kill you at the same time. I really need to find a healing cabinet. Patch myself up. Oh, see, now this just makes me feel silly. It looks like there was a... Oh no, there wasn't an alternate route. I'm not sure if the game's glitched here because I can't actually get into that room. Okay, this time it's actually letting me walk, whereas something weird was happening and I jumped through the ceiling, so... Yeah, I mean... I guess it's good to see that there's glitches while I'm doing a playthrough, so then you know that they're not too big a deal, and that they are things you can get around. Yeah, because now I can't actually jump through that wall, whereas I could before. Sorry, not wall, ceiling. I'm just going to hide behind this, try and scope out the room. This guy out. With the stealth knockout, I mean, some guards are just done in such a way that it's almost impossible not to be able to knock them out stealthily. And I definitely think you should always take out those guards like that.
Man down.
Confused, he's going to go investigate that body. Then take him out as well. Whoa. You see there's an actual guard up there, which is why I'm just going to wait till he turns around before I take out the camera. I mean, always try and be sensible with how you take out guards. I'm not sure if I can shoot this guy through the stair gratings. I'm slightly tempted to just try, just to show you if it is possible. Yeah, why not? Oh, just what I needed, health. From what I understand, there is like a game over in this game. I think if you let it go to DEFCON 1 and you don't actually like, basically what will happen is it will say DEFCON 1 and apparently you have to run to the end of the base and hit a switch. Now, if you don't do that in time, you get a game over. Now, I read on some message board or other that someone decided to not click continue in that scenario. Now, if you don't click continue in that scenario, it's game over. The game I think the game apparently just deletes your save. I'm not sure how true that is because I haven't done it myself, but I don't particularly want to test it out either. There is also a trophy for beating the game without using any continues, so I mean, you might want to do that.
You're in for it now. Gunfire.
Yeah, I just had to test out how the explosion mechanics worked.
Show yourself.
So yeah, so if you shoot containers, there's a delayed time on the explosions, so don't rely on those to completely take out the enemy. I'm just trying to test out these things so you don't have to bother. Just experiment and you can walk with a bit more confidence as you play through the game. And I've actually stood by how I said you should play, which is play calmly, because I've been spotted. I haven't made a big deal about any of those situations. Take time with your shot and make sure each individual shot counts. It's very easy to start panic firing, but that's never going to achieve anything. Try and conserve ammo for your better guns. Okay, that wasn't good. But something we've learnt there is if you're briefly seen rather than properly seen, guards will walk over to investigate and you can just knock them out like this. And that actually works out perfectly.
Not again! Come out. There you are. You're in for it now, Spy.
Uh-oh. I think that guard just took out a bunch of his own men. That was brilliant. Yeah, well that was easy enough. The actual range on these cameras is pretty bad. As you can act, well, I say bad, but I guess it's advantageous to us, so I wouldn't describe it as bad. Being in the edge of the light, you've actually still got some leeway, so I guess it's good to know that you don't need to panic if you're close to a camera. I probably should duck behind that wall. I don't think this guy's actually in cover. Slightly hesitant as to run to the next section of the room, but I guess I should actually take these guys out. So I think this blue guy's the biggest threat.
On me! Stop! Huh?
This red guy's gonna just... The reason I'm not fussed about the red guy, although I should have been, was because his missile will take out a bunch of other guys. Although, I mean, you can just see from how I did that exactly how dangerous those guys are, because he took a massive chunk out of my health while I was trying to hide. Like I mentioned before though, just use the earlier levels as a part to learn from. I mean, I'm not claiming to be an expert on this game. I'm certainly not. But I'm just trying to give you tips on how... I mean, actually one thing I'll show you is even if I'm terrible at a game, I will always get through to the end. So, yeah, I feel I can be comfortable in saying that, yeah, I won't necessarily be an expert on the game, but I will be able to show you how to get through, even if you aren't particularly good at it, just like me. This guard does. That was brilliant. I can't believe that no one noticed me.
Who's there? Take him out.
Uh-oh. Okay, that was not good. Alright, so from now on, I'm actually going to have to go for those officer levels to actually lower down my DEFCON level. This is what happens when you end up getting cocky. I was actually kind of curious as to what happens at DEFCON level 1, so I will admit I was kind of curious and did know what would happen. I will clarify that isn't why I got myself caught or killed just then. I'm not going to make claims of things that I weren't doing. Wasn't intending to do. But I will say anything that's helpful is worth doing. Have I already gone here? Oh wait, that's the DEFCON switch. So yeah, I'm just going to go up to that launchpad computer on the top. Nothing makes you feel great about completely messing up, other than realising that you went somewhere you didn't need to go. Anyway, so here we go. Finish off that mission. We've got the DEFCON level up. I'm curious if this is actually going to increase the difficulty of the missions and the difficulty of the guards. I mean, I certainly wouldn't be surprised. Anyway, thank you for watching. We'll wrap up there. In my next video, I should have us catching a guy again. Anyway, so thanks for watching, and bye bye.